Top-tier self-discipline. When ambition becomes second nature, who needs willpower? When people talk about self-discipline, the first images that pop into most heads are usually something like this: someone gritting their teeth through that last set of push-ups at 4 a.m. on the track, or staying up late at their desk, jabbing themselves with a compass point to stay awake. These scenes make it seem like self-discipline is all about fighting, crushing your own laziness with some kind of iron will. But let me tell you, that's the biggest misunderstanding about self-discipline there is. The real top-level self-discipline? It's never been a war against yourself. It's wisdom in making peace with yourself, and at its core, it's what I call calm-as-water ambition. 1. Willpower's a limited resource, but ambition? That's a never-ending engine. There's this famous psychology experiment called the marshmallow test. Researchers gave kids a marshmallow and said, if you can hold off eating it for 15 minutes, you'll get another one. Turns out, the kids who could wait often did better later in school and at work. People usually point to this as proof that willpower equals success. But not many talk about the follow-up studies, those kids who held out. Not all of them were just white-knuckling it. Some used distractions or self-talk to dial down that "I gotta fight this" feeling. Others? They genuinely believed waiting means more sweetness later. That's the difference between burning through willpower and being driven from the inside. Willpower's like your phone battery. You only get so much each day. You force yourself to get up early, and maybe you won't have the juice left to study at night. You hold back from eating that cake, and you might snap at work later. That's why so many folks get stuck in this loop, disciplined by day, then blowing off steam at night. Their willpower's just drained from all that fighting. But calm-as-water ambition? It's like a deep well. The surface looks still, but there's always water bubbling up from below. People with this? Their moves aren't, "I have to do this," "I want to do this." It's not, "I gotta suffer to get the result." It's, "This process itself fills me up." Take a writer who's been churning out 5,000 words a day for years. When someone asks, "How do you keep that up?" they'll say, "It's not about keeping up. It feels wrong not to write. Like how you eat when you're hungry or drink when you're thirsty, writing's just part of how my body works now." That instinctual need? It's ambition that's seeped into your bones. It's not some big brag on your social media or a promise you shout over drinks. It's a sense of purpose that's carved into you. Like a mountain climber looking at a snow-capped peak, most people see steep slopes and freezing cold, but they see the sea of clouds at the top. That certainty about the goal? It makes every step feel meaningful, not like a chore. 2. Most people fail at self-discipline because they mix up self-torture with growth. Why do we keep dropping the ball on self-discipline? Because we start off on the wrong foot. We treat self-discipline like it's the same as self-torture. I've seen so many people do this. Trying to lose weight? They'll eat only one meal of boiled veggies a day, so hungry they get dizzy but refusing to give in. Trying to learn English? They'll set their alarm for 3 a.m. to memorize words, then zone out in class all day. Trying to start a business? They'll work 18-hour days for 6 months straight, only to quit from a hospital bed. They think the more it hurts, the more it works, but they don't get that pain itself burns you out. It's like whipping a horse. Sure, it'll run fast for a bit, but sooner or later, it'll either drop dead or bolt. There's another sneaky mistake, making goals just to show off. Someone says, "I'm gonna read 100 books this year," but half their shelf has books with only the first 10 pages dog-eared. What they really care about? Not learning, just posting, "Hit my yearly goal." Self-discipline's the best on social media by December. This disciplining for others' approval thing, it's all about needing people to clap. Take away the applause and the motivation vanishes. Real self-discipline? It's quiet, like spring rain. The wind doesn't announce, "I'm gonna make everything grow," it just does, and grass shoots pop up without fanfare. I know a translator who's cranked out 2,000 words a day for 30 years. He says he's never made an annual plan. It's just that, if I don't finish today's draft, something feels off. That off feeling, that's internal drive. It doesn't care if anyone notices, it just needs to live up to itself. 3. From fighting to flowing, the real way to unlock self-discipline. So how do you go from white-knuckling it with willpower to being driven by ambition? It boils down to 3 steps. Find your core goal, break it into tiny moves, and savor the little wins along the way. First, see through the fake goals to find your core why. A lot of people think they know why I'm being disciplined, but they're only scratching the surface. Someone says, I want to lose weight, but losing weight is just a means. Maybe it's I want to fit into that nice shirt, or I don't want to get scolded at my checkup, or I want to run without gasping for air. You gotta dig down to the why that actually tugs at you. Like me, I used to run to prove I could stick with something. Then I realized what kept me going? That clear head, steady mood feeling after a run. That hunger to be a better me? That's the core. Second, turn that mountain into steps, make it easy to start. There's this thing in psychology called the flywheel effect. Getting a still flywheel moving takes heaps of effort, but once it's rolling, you barely have to push. Same with self-discipline. The hard part isn't doing a lot, it's starting at all. I had a student who wanted to get into writing a daily journal. First, he aimed for 500 words a day, quit after 3 days. Then I told him, you don't need 500 words. Even one sentence, like, had dumplings today, counts. He tried that. First month? He really did just write a line or two. Second month? He started jotting down little things that happened. Third month? He was filling a page without trying. Now, journaling's his bedtime must-do feels weird if I skip it. That's the power of tiny actions. When the goal's so small you can't fail, your brain doesn't fight it. And once it becomes a habit, it's like breathing. Want to get into reading every day? Don't force 50 pages. Start with 3 minutes a day, put the book by your bed, flip to a random page before you sleep. Before you know it, you'll have finished the whole thing. Third, collect little treats along the way so you get instant wins. A lot of people quit because they can't see progress. It's like walking in the dark, no idea how far till the end, so you turn back. Fix that by scattering little candies along your path, small, visible wins. Learning English? Don't just stare at passing the CET 6 in 3 months. Jot down, memorized 20 words today, understood a conversation clip, said a full sentence in English. These little wins are like candies, grab one and you want another. It's like playing a game. You don't stress about beating the final boss because every monster you take down, every level up, gives you an immediate high. Self-discipline should be like that. Let yourself taste the good stuff as you go. 4. From forcing it to naturally doing it, the end game of self-discipline. I once met a 70-year-old guy who does Tai Chi in the park every morning, been at it for 40 years. Someone asked, how do you keep that up for decades? He laughed and said, what's hard about it? It's like eating or sleeping. When the time rolls around, I just want to go do it. That want to do it when the time comes? That's self-discipline's final form. It doesn't need sticking to it, it's just part of your life. This shift usually happens when you go from external rules to internal needs. Like a kid learning to walk, at first, they need mom or dad to hold their hands. They trip, they cry. But once they figure out walking gets me that toy over there, they'll yank their hand free and stumble toward it no matter what. Same with self-discipline. Once you really feel, waking up early lets me watch the sunrise with no one around. Reading answers the questions in my head. Exercising makes my body feel light. It flips from I have to I wanna. Of course, there are off days. Nobody's on top of their game 24/7. Me? I've run for 3 years, and yeah, some days I think, ugh, not today. But here's the difference. People relying on willpower beat themselves up and quit. People driven from the inside? They roll with it. Not feeling it today? Then take it slow. Even a short walk's fine. That kindness to yourself? It's what keeps the habit going. Like a river hitting a rock, it doesn't bash into it. It loops around and keeps flowing, till it reaches the ocean. 5. Watch out for fake self-discipline. Don't let showy stuff drain you. A lot of folks get stuck in fake self-discipline these days. They post, woke up early, on social media, but scroll through their phones till dawn. They buy a bunch of workout gear, but only wear it for selfies. They save 1,000 useful articles, but never open one. This using show for action thing? It's all about clinging to this I'm trying hard image, not actually wanting the goal. Real self-discipline? It never needs to prove anything to anyone. Like bamboo in the mountains, first 4 years, it only grows 3 centimeters, quietly rooting itself in the dirt. Then year 5? It shoots up 30 centimeters a day. It doesn't yell, "I'm rooting," to the world. It knows what it's after. The really impressive people? They're usually quietly killing it. They don't talk about self-discipline, but day in, day out, they're slowly becoming who they want to be. So instead of stressing over how to build willpower, spend time asking, who do I really want to be? What makes me want to keep going, even when no one's watching? When you find that "I gotta do this" reason, self-discipline stops being a heavy load. It becomes light, like wings. Last thing, don't envy those scarily disciplined people. They just found their calm as water ambition. When you want something so bad you'll put in the daily work, so bad that acting on it becomes second nature. You'll get it. Top-tier self-discipline was never "I have to make it happen." It's "this is just how I am." Like sunflowers turning toward the sun, not because they try hard, but because they crave the light. That craving? That's the strongest self-discipline there is.